Full loss and Max C in the opening hand. Ain't no way. What is going on here?
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Begin. Holy Spyral. Ain't no way. We're going to be making all our Spyral monsters completely untargetable. Quick Fix will continually be making us Spyral gears. Now, Max C, known for keeping degenerate decks like Spyral in check. Will it do so? It should. What the heck was that? All right, nice. Quick Fix pass back to you, Thanos the Mad. And we have Thualos dead. No good. We couldn't even turn this into a Link Creebo. They attack, we jump off the field, then activate Thualos, and then hopefully they would then summon more within main phase 2 possibly. But we do at least have that Max C. Now, Thanos the Mad. Don't be a mad lad. You should go for that lethal damage. Let's go. Oh no, we turned on the Thualos. Thualos is now activatable. Draglubion is here. Activate to come forth and summon for the extract. Double Thualos. Let's go back to back. Draw 2 off of this effect. That's 1. Let's add another one. Second Thualos. Let's go. Yup. Double the Thualos. Draw 2 cards. This is it. Come forth and summon from the extra deck a Numeron Dragon as we draw into an Engage, Preparation of Rites, Flameburst Dragon, but it is not enough. Lethal damage. Damn, this was the OG lethal way on an open field on release of Macedol. Numeron doing this like crazy. Preparation of Rites. This time we do not have Maxi to keep us in check. We're going to speed up this duel. Now, it's worth noting, the Griffin states that special summon monsters cannot activate their effects unless they are linked. Sleeper is linked, Griffin is linked, Apollo is linked, and the Masquerina is linked. Now, Masquerina is not pointing forward, top left, or top right, and that is a way this card is balanced because they assume you'd have to summon this in the extra monster zone, which it then points forward for your opponent to make sure that they are linked so that they could then activate their special summon monsters. That is not going to be the case here. We have Sleeper pop 2 cards, Masquerina into a double disruption, Griffin Floodgate, and then 4 Apollo negates. It's about 9 disruptions with this field. Can we play through it? Well, with Super Poly, we have a light, a wind, a dark, a light. We could fuse up the double lights. Let's go. Double light, Sleeper, and Griffin, or Masquerina and Apollo because we're using Earth Golem. Earth Golem is the materials of a Link monster plus a Cyburst monster. So from 9 disruption, we just lost 6 disruptions. What? We had 4. We had the thing that had 2 more, right? Yeah, 6 disruption. We just lost our Griffin. We now have Sleeper, pop 2 cards on the field, and now we got nothing left. That's it. Spiral Assault, draw a card here. We're going to triple tactics thrust a talent into our hand. The Sleeper is untargetable, but we could take control of it if we want to. We're going to draw 2 instead. Now, with an untargetable Sleeper and indestructible by card effects, how do you deal with it? The King Sarc perfectly deals with it. It's going to non-target, send it to the grave. King Sarc is a great way to get rid of any nasty towers-like monster. Reborning our Horus cards from engrave. We're going to use the effect of Horus, the Flame Deity, to get rid of that back row. Now at the King Sarc, we do have the out to the Spiral Sleeper, but we don't have lethal damage. Without lethal, we're going to lose up next turn, yes? Bro, what just happened here? Why didn't we King Sarc? Is there something stopping us from activating it? Why can't we activate this? What says your opponent cannot activate in the battle phase on the attack? Is there something there? Your opponent cannot activate? Where is that? Huh? Why are we not King Sarc that? Game bug? No, it's not bugged. What are you doing? Where's King Sarc? Why would King Sarc not be activatable? Why would it not be activatable? Goodbye to both of your Horus cards. Spiral triggering. We had the Flame Deity here, now triggering. Were we trying to trigger the Flame Deity? Is that what's going on here? The face-up Horus is going to be, leaves the field, except during the damage step. I think we are trying to purposely trigger the Horus to summon it, but it has to leave the field outside of the damage step. So by battle, that does not work. Maybe that's what we're doing. You know, had an animation. Draw a card into our dead Fua Loss. Magician's Soul, send from the deck a Snake-Eyed Diablo Star. Has to be card effect also. Face up, leaves by opponent's card effect. Yeah, you know, I don't know what we were trying to do there. I don't know why we didn't King Sarc. Original Sinful, return the Flame version, grave back on the deck to grab our Kurikara. With this, we're going to Magician's Soul, send 2 cards to draw 2. We're going to use the Assault to special summon a monster from our hand. We're going to use the Super Agent to wipe out the back row card, come forth and make our Nightmare Phoenix, discard Master Plan, take out the field spell, Forbidden Droplet, send the Agent, reduce to 1500, Ash, add Poplar, Poplar summon itself onto the field, Poplar grabbing the Divine Temple, but boost up our level 1s, as we then also equip with the Oak, and then we're going to use the Flamebridge to push back the Flame Deity, come forth and reborn with Link Karibo, 8,000 life, Snake-Eyed Diablo Star, reborn from the back row for perfect 8,000 damage, taking this into a game 3. Thanos, what happened to your King Sarc? I got completely choked up and stuck on that part of the duel. What happened? What? Hold on. We won game 2, and Thanos the Mad Lad chose to go second despite not playing Tenpai. Are you out of your mind? Well, we do have a Nibiru. We're going to be waiting for the 5 summons to whip it out. We have an untargetable, indestructible sleeper that could pop up to 2 cards on the field, plus the Nightmare Griffin, which is a Floodgate. Now, the Floodgate is not as effective as it is usually because the Apollo USA is pointing forward. If we special summon a monster to where the Apollo is pointing to, it could still activate. And despite that, we do have 3 more disruption on the Apollo. So after a Nibiru, we have 5 disruptions to play through with a 4-card hand as we draw for our first turn. Full loss, late to the party. Now, this was revealed to be on top of the deck, yes? Walls of the Imperial Tomb. Did we returned Nadir, then it revealed to be full loss. We didn't shuffle the deck. We are now going to chain Sleeper to take out the Walls of the Imperial Tomb. What's interesting about this is we are currently searching for a King Sarc. Why did we not negate? We gave them a King Sarc, which will be able to reborn. Raigeki up the top of the deck, ain't no way. Apollo was made with a Masquerena, thus it was not destroyed, as we just have 3 disruption left on the Apollo. We're gonna use the Rescue to reborn this Super Agent, which will on-summon activate to destroy that King Sarcophagus, wiping it out. As we now follow up, thrusting in our hand a triple tactics talent. We have triple monster negate. That's all we have left, mate. As we go for the draw 2, we desperately need a King Sarc card. We have Super Poly instead, but with no fusible play. There needs to be a Cyberse or a Link, or 2 monsters with the same attribute. Well, now it's too late as the Sleeper wipes out that final back row card. Everything into attack position, and just like that, Spyral taking a Game 3 victory. Let's go. We got a Stellar, discard a card, special summon for the deck, Ash Blossom, negate. Gotcha, mate. Sure. Triple tactics talent, go for the draw 2. Now we have Sharon, discard a card from the hand to come forth and special summon. Also mill 3, triggering the Sharon to fusion summon into our beloved Kid Kalos, not banned in Master Duel. Banned everywhere else, as Kid Cal will send from the deck a tier limit cash to mill 2. We're now going to Kid Cal, reborn from engrave the tier cash to now mill 5 plus 3. So this is a mill 10 combo, which we already milled 3 cards with Sharon. 13 cards milled so far. We have the Trick Clown engrave, which will reborn after being sent to the grave. We also have Destrudo, rebornable from engrave. We're going to Nibiru Tribute off the field here. Not waiting for Destrudo to hit the field. Now, does Destrudo not summon if you Nibiru? Let's read that. If this card target special summon this card, and if you do, the card's level's reduced. I think we possibly were confused here, thinking that it has to reduce, and if you do, special summon, but it will still special summon based on how it's read. Here's the token, and there you go. As I said, we are reborning. Now, it does not actually change its level, but it's an extra body on the field. I do think we should have waited for it to come out. Fountain at 3, are you out of your damn mind? Battle phase we go. That token is not... Okay, there's no way Deadbeat Rujo calculated the attack and defense of the token and thought, well, the token's going to be attackable over with Nibiru if I don't tribute over Destrudo, so I'm going to make sure I Nibiru before Destrudo comes out so it does not gain an additional 3,000... No, that's not what happened. Does this lose its attack and defense when it comes out? Rujo, are you a mad lad? Are you a mad genius? And we blocked Fenrir from being summoned. Wow. Fenrir couldn't be summoned. The token was attackable. Maybe it truly was on purpose to Nibiru early. What? Come forth, and Little Knight not able to banish on summon. Oh my Jesus. Battle phase, wipe out that little, you know, I know a lot of people have, you know, these fantasies of time travel, of what you could do with it. But I always, with time travel, I think to Yu-Gi-Oh! Where if I ever misplay or make a play, I could just rewind time. I think Rujo is actually a time traveler. He Nibiru'd late and then got Fenrir'd, and the token was too big. He rewound time, just Nibiru early. We're gonna super poly discard, fuse with that field, come forth and make a Garura. And with that, to battle we go. Fenrir on tack. Say goodbye to that Nibiru. The problem with having time travel abilities with Shining Sarcophagus is you could rewind a duel 1,000 times. You're still going to lose because you're playing Shining Sarcophagus. Come forth, Gadget Trio to our hand, Shining Sarc, which the Dark Magician Girl will soon be able to search for. Say goodbye to the Garura. Shining Sarc is here. We're going to be adding from the deck our turn Silence. And now it's time for Gandora G with that animation. Gandora G can destroy every other card on the field. And just like that, the unimaginable happens. Shining Sarcophagus wins the duel. But there's a match. Chicken game it up, go for a draw one. Rusia could draw an additional card. Now, ideally, you do not want to summon Rusia early. She wants to special summon while you control a white forest. So instead of sending to the grave to draw one, we're going to keep open our normal summon, searching for our I'm Seti. Returning back the meta noise, we are now going to actually normal summon it. That's kind of interesting. Randomly drawing into the Rainbow Bridge as the Ash Blossom negates the I'm Seti. Call to the grave, finger that Ash. You definitely do want to Ash an I'm Seti effect. It's a huge effect to negate. It searches for the King Sarc. It also draws an additional card. It will help set up the graveyard with multiple horse cards and allows all the horse cards to reborn themselves onto the field. With the Rainbow Bridge, search in our deck, come forth for a Crystal Beast plus the Secret Village. We do have a spellcaster on field. Sharon's going to discard the turtle to then mill 3 cards off the top of the deck, completely whiffing our mill as we want to fusion summon by sending a tier limit. Now, what we could do is, instead of making the Dugaris, we could have made the Time Thief Redoer, which we don't play. Wow. Had we made Time Thief Redoer, we could have forced to trigger the Sharon as it's detached by card effects, not cost. And Dugaris could draw 2, then discard. No tier limit to discard by card effect. Elzette sending Forbidden Droplet to search for our Sylvie. We already committed to our normal summon here. A Stellar's going to reborn from Engrave. We have King Sarc. Discard the Sylvie. Send from the deck to the grave a Horus. How many Horus cards we have? I think we have 2. 2 total, so 2 get reborn from the grave to now make a zombie vampire. This could be, I believe, our final moment to trigger a tier limit effect we desperately need. I would say plan A is to make a Kit Kalos. Can we make our Kit Kalos? Yes, we did. There you go. Havnis, limited to 1, milled off the top of the deck in our 60 card deck to make the Kit Cal. After stealing the opponent's full loss, that is, Kit Cal send from the deck a tier limit cash, mill 2 cards. We're now going to link this up into Anaconda. Anaconda summons what? What are you summoning? Kit Cal is going to be reborning now. This can be a bit risky with our Anaconda. Now, the Anaconda states that we cannot special summon for the rest of the turn if we activate this effect, but the effect is to send a fusion card from our deck to the grave, but we're about to mill 8 cards. By milling 8, we could be sending the fusion card or the fusion materials that we need in the deck in order to use the Anaconda, or just using it to make a Curious. Probably, right? What are our fusions? Yeah, I think we're just making Curious with this, probably. Kit Cal, Tier Cash, go for that mill 8. 1, 2, 3. Sharon is triggerable here. We also have the Hell Shadow, which will mill per attribute on the field. That's going to be a nice dark, light, water, wind. Mill 4 off of the Hell Shadow. That is huge. What the? And just like that, we have the Sully being triggered to grab a Hovness from the deck that we return back for our fusion summon, as we then make our Little Knight. With that, Little Knight and the Anaconda, as I thought we were going to make something like a Curious, we did not. We made an Apollo USA instead. And let's now King Sarc, discard, send from the deck our possibly final Horus card. All right, sure. What did we accomplish here? We have triple monster negate on the Apollo. We have a special summon negate with the Rukalos. If any other card leaves the field by card effects, then the Horus will trigger to add up to 2 cards that are banished or engraved back to the hand. Not really a disruption. I would think with 36 cards engraved, we should have a Fairy Tale Snow randomly in there. Yes, maybe. No, I'm looking, I don't see it. No Fairy Tale Snow. Where'd the snow go? No snow. Nope, nothing engraved. We just have 4 disruption. Gadget Trio, we're gonna chain Hovness. Now by chaining Hovness, we're now turning on the triple tactics talent. And we can Ash Blossom attempt to negate the Hovness, which is exactly what we're doing, but there's an Apollo. Apollo, negate. The Ash Blossom negates. Forbidden Droplet. Negate the negate mate. And not only are we negating the Apollo, we're also negating the Rukalos. So from 3 disruptions left, we're now down to 0. Sure, Ash does, we're gonna come forth with some, wait. You fingered yourself, right? No, you already got fingered on the Ash. That was not fingering, I fingered you previously. Wow, both players forgot that the Ash was fingered. How do you forget that your Ash got fingered? What the heck? As we negated it on turn 1, and then we tried to negate your Ash, forgetting that we fingered you as you also forgot. We even used a Droplet to try to protect our Ash. Insanity. Sharon being sent to the grave by card effect will now be triggering thanks to the Hovness. Turn this into a Kit Callus. Kit Callus is going to be searching her deck for a Rhino Hearts. Sure. Triple tactics talent, take control, come to me, your Horus. Okay, let's see what we can do off of this. Shining Sarc, searching for the Gandora G. Gandora G special summon itself onto the field, which will then activate to destroy everything on the field. Half of our life points, destroy as many other cards as possible. Wait, is this lethal damage? What the? Shining Sarc is nuts. Wow. Half your life points, destroy as many other cards on the field as possible. If you do, banish them. Because what would have happened if it were not banished, the Kit Cow would have milled 5, the Rukalos would have reborned herself from engrave back on the field, but because they got banished, they did not trigger. And then there's another effect. Special summon a level 7 or lower monster that mentions Shining Sarc from your deck and increase its level. And by increasing its level, you have the Silent Magician normally at 1,000 instead boosted to 4,500 attack. Damn.